Ganymede has been nerfed more times than I can count. I'm speaking hyperbolically, of course. He's been nerfed twice, and one of those was more of a nerf than a nerf. And yet he still manages to be one of the most relevant monsters in the RTA scene to this day. So that begs the question, just how broken was Ganymede? To get the answer, we're gonna have to travel back to the year 2017. It's Summoners War's third year on this earth, and it's also the year of the first SWC ever. The very same one where Tomato famously said, no. And RTA was the Wild West. Back in the day, Ganymede had a chance to strip with his first skill, and his second skill, Ventilate, could refresh the target's skill cooldowns, and it could target himself. Remember I said that. And Seal Magic was and is the powerhouse that you know it to be today. Ganny had the power to giveth skills and taketh them away. Plus, his third skill's effect, or at least the one that you really care about, is irresistible. And that is incredible, because it's one of the few times that that word even appears in Summoner's War. So this means that Ganny could Seal Magic to put an enemy on cooldown. Then when it loops back to him, he could ventilate himself and potentially proc into Seal Magic again. And folks, that's double reset. That is a team archetype, which means that Ganymede was the concept of an entire team in a single monster. In fact, when you rewatch the finals of SWC 2017, most of the time Ganymede is only ventilating himself because odds are Seal Magic is going to be the most important skill on the table. On January 26th of 2018, Ventilate was changed so that it could only target other allies, excluding Ganymede. And soon to follow was a change for the whole family that removed the chance to strip and instead made it so that they have a chance to apply glancing. Now this was the nerf that I alluded to earlier because you really don't want Ganny to be his own setup. Also, glancing is really good against things like Diana that have a benefit on a crit check. But really the change to Ventilate was actually even more profound than it seemed because it opened up the possibility for Swift Ganny. Now all of a sudden you could rune Ganymede faster to punish turn 1 teams who don't necessarily have will, whereas before, pre-nerf Ganny, you could really only rune him on Violent, because the chance to do the thing was too good to skip out on. Coming back from 2017 and 2018 to 2022, if you're building Ganymede nowadays, you'll still want to consider runing him on Violent Will or Swift on your fastest set. And if you do go with Swift, this would be to punish turn 1 teams or cleave comps that have no will. And remember guys, accuracy is still really important. Even if the part that puts your enemy on cooldown is irresistible, the attack bar pushback is resistible. And also you want to land glancing, because what is glancing? Healing. Oh, and something to keep in mind too, the damage multiplier for his third skill is actually really high, so crit damage Ganny is not a bad thing at all.
And here we are. And number 1, big surprise, Ganymede.
Even after everything that I've just talked about, Seppi and I still put Ganymede at the number 1 slot in the Monsters Family's ranked episode on the Fairy Kings. And he still fulfills his role as a combo facilitator to this day. He's just less of an entire team in one monster. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked the format of this video. If you did, please leave a comment with the next monster that I should cover, or tell me that I should stop the series, and then maybe I'll listen, but maybe I won't, because I had fun. But really, it only matters if you guys had fun. So, bye.